Truth must come before reconciliation. We must understand on what we truly inherited, and when you inherit something, you have a responsibility to do something about it. On September 29th, 2022, we are going to gather in Mosaic Stadium. As Saskatchewanians, we are going to gather in the stadium to talk about truth, to talk about reconciliation, and to all have an action plan leaving the stadium that day so that we all make sure that truth and reconciliation calls to action is forefront to all of us.
I would just say that this is not just a movement for Indigenous people. It's a movement for everybody to be able to, what is their role in it and how much do they want to be involved, right? So it's not only for Indigenous people, it's for all nations to be able to come together and be aware of what's going on, right? Reconciliation.
Miyo wîcîwitowin Day is important for me and our community because we come together to share important knowledge and to help each other.
And so as much as this is about community coming together, I think this is about truth. I think this is about acceptance. It's about listening.
We have people who have, for generations, been pushed aside, shamed, and forced into dependence. They have been stripped of the pride of who they are. It is the truth, and only when we recognize that truth will we be able to go forward with the healing for the atrocities that have been imposed upon Indigenous people.
Learning about our past is important because we need to know where we come from to move forward, right? To move forward to the present day and to progress onward in that healthy, positive, and proud way. But it also brings an awareness to a truth that doesn't want to be talked about, right? But still exists. So awareness is important for this day.
I want them to understand what the elders been through and what they're trying to teach us and to encourage us to keep moving forward.
Today, we rely on our youth to educate our parents, our grandparents, because sometimes in our history of this country, we weren't told the truth. They are going to lead us beyond the ignorance and accidental racism.
I want them to be able to go and not be ashamed of who they are as First Nations people. I fit in and this is who I am, you know.
We want them to feel safe mentally, emotionally, physically, in a world where they can be positive. We want the positivity in their lives, to never give up, and to encourage and support each other to succeed.
We all want the same thing for our children. We all want the same thing for our grandchildren and the generations ahead.
The role for a youth is to lead the little ones into a brighter future by letting them look up to us and by teaching them what's right and what's wrong in life.
And so I think what people can expect is that we're going to welcome everybody that wishes to join us on September 29th to Mosaic Stadium right here in Regina. You can expect to enjoy a celebration of culture, of music, of song, conversations about truth, and most importantly, I think the coming together of our community at a time where we need it the most.
So it's important to be able to go and celebrate being Indigenous and bring your non-Indigenous friends along.
And it's upon us to make sure that we are part of that solution.
You should be part of the Miyo wîcîwitowin Day because they'll get knowledge that they could be passed on to the next generation, and it will just keep going.
To our residential school survivors, to ones that attended a residential school, we recognize and honor the resilience you bring to us. This day in Mosaic Stadium is for you to come, to be inspired, to know that change is coming and that you are not alone in this journey anymore, and we all stand beside you and want to get stronger.